Now we're going to get into problems that we actually have to solve and get an answer for. For all of these, there's more than one way to set up equations and get the right answer. If you're getting the same answer and your equation looks slightly different, it is okay. Your equation's still right. But I will say this, to get credit for these, do not just guess and check. If you need to guess and check to get the answer and then work that backwards to make an equation, I'm fine with that. But when you show your work on exams, I am going to be looking for the equation. That's where all your work comes from. So even if you get the right answer, but you cannot show me the equations, I'm not going to be able to give you credit for that. The way our grading works is we want to see that you can set up an equation because that's what we actually care about. We care about this algebraic thinking that you can turn this into an algebraic equation. So again, if you want to guess and check and make sure your answer's right, or you use that to work backwards, that's fine. But I'm going to be looking for those equations at the end. When you turn in your work, you've got to have those equations. I'm going to draw a picture for these first two. You don't have to. It's not that part's not required. Just the equation. So we've got a board that's 15 feet long, and we're going to cut it into 3 pieces. One piece is shorter, so I'm going to have a short piece and then these 2 longer pieces. Since I've got 2 pieces, I'm going to call these 2 guys X. They're the same, and then this other guy is 3 feet shorter. Total, this thing is equal to 15 feet. So if I were to add all of those pieces up, they would have to be equal to 15. So this part is where all my points are going to come from. The answer is good. I'm not saying the answer is not worth anything, but most of the points are going to come from that equation right there. Now I'm going to do my algebra skills. Like terms are on the same side of the equation. You do exactly what they say. That's going to be 3x. Now I'm going to start moving across the equal sign. I'm going to be doing the opposite stuff then. So x is equal to 6 feet. So these longer pieces are 6 feet. And the short piece was 3 feet shorter. So it was 3 feet. And this one asked how long is each piece, so I wrote that out there. Don't forget to kind of go back in and get that other part of the answer. For this next example, I'm going to kind of start it and then I want you to see if you can find it. I cannot draw very well. Just going to put that on there. So we've got a house. And they want to fence in their backyard. And they're going to make a rectangular fence off their house. So he wants to against his house. So my fence is going to come in straight off my house like that. So I'm only worrying about 3 sides. I only have those 3 sides to worry about. Now I did not draw it very well, so it's not going to be drawn very great to scale at all on that. See if you can label it and solve it. We should get one length should be 14 feet and the other one should be 54 feet. So go ahead and pause and see if you can get those answers. All right, let's see how you did. So on this one, it says that we've got 82 total feet. So my equation is going to be set up to equal to 82. And the long side is 2 less than 4 times the side of the other 2 sides. So the 2 sides that are the same, I'm going to make X. These guys are the same. And this guy down here at the bottom was 2 less than 4 times. So that 4x minus 2, very similar to the problem we did up here. This guy there with the 2 less. Those 3 sides, I'm going to put all 3 of those together. We've got those like terms again. I'm solving this using all my algebra skills that we've looked at before. So I get 14 feet. So both of these guys are 14 feet. The last thing I need to do is plug in here to get this other side. So I'm going to plug in for x, and that's going to give me 54 feet. Like I said, I knew it wasn't going to be drawn to scale. For both of these problems, there are a couple different ways you could set up the equation, what you want x to be equal to, but you can get the same answer in the end.